Oops, it started. Hey everybody, this is Jackie Bowling, and I am making a video as a beforehand of what's going to happen on Friday. Friday, I am hosting a gallery session for the community, for those who can come. A gallery session is a reading except for a bunch of people. Like when Teresa Casputo comes into town, she sells lots of tickets and a lot of people come, and it's that kind of thing. It's more of an experience, not a guarantee that you'll get a reading. But with what I plan on doing is offering 30 minutes at the end to ask any questions you want. And that's great. Sometimes you'll get an answer, sometimes you won't, and that's just the way it goes. Spirit does not work on demand. Spirit comes and gives a message and then leaves. Sometimes they give a little bit more detail. During a private session, there's more time, especially the hour. You can delve more into the information of what they did and how they died and what caused them to die and so forth and so on, what they did for a living, what they did for a hobby, just things like that. There's more interest for the client. During a gallery session, typically it's pretty short, it's pretty direct. Sometimes it's a little bit longer. It depends on what needs to be said. Spirit doesn't say anything that doesn't need to be said. They're always okay. They're always there for you and with you. They don't sit there and stalk you. They don't watch you sit on the toilet. And even if they did, they don't think of it like that. I've had people say, "Well, do they watch me have sex?" Well, yeah, maybe. It's not all the time, but to them, it's just, oh, silly humans are doing what they do. So, Jackie. TMI, that's my name. So this Friday, October 21st, between 6:30 p.m. and 9 p.m., I will be hosting a gallery session. And the address for that is, let me pull up the address to make sure I get it right, is 11500 Links Boulevard, Bixby, Oklahoma, 74008. You still have the opportunity to buy tickets in advance for $15 at my website at www.jackiebowling.com. Or when you show up on Friday, you can pay $20 at the door. I was trying to give a little advance discount, but sometimes things happen. My daughters will be selling tickets at the door. You'll get a ticket. We're also going to have you sign your name on something because I am giving away one free 60-minute session. And you can use that for yourself or you can use that for a friend. So what typically happens during a regular session, and I'm just going to pretend and talk to you like I am speaking to a client. What typically happens during a session is I rarely get names. I don't know if that's a subconscious thing because I don't remember people's names very well, or if it's just something that doesn't happen. I will not guess. I know there are a lot of people out there that say, well, I hear a J, or maybe it's John or Joanna or Jack or Jacob. They're guessing until they can, for whatever. I'm not saying they're reading the audience. I'm just saying that maybe they're not hearing that clearly. But if I hear the name really clear, I'm going to say it loud as day. It'll be like, okay, I'm getting a John. It could be short for Jonathan. So the name thing that kind of always puts me in, I always feel awkward when I do that, but it is what it is. As a clairvoyant, well, I call myself a clairvoyant medium because people like titles. I do tend to see more. I see what they look like, what their home looked like, you know, how they dressed, what they ate, where they went, their car, things like that. But I see all of it. I see, I hear, I feel. I feel the emotions. I mean, not, I mean, physical touch. I feel the emotions. Sometimes I smell. Sometimes I taste, which sometimes always hasn't been pleasant, but that's just what I do. So, you know, I'm getting the full package. I upgraded to the full package. I'm getting the full information. And what I really like to remind people is I am just the spirit interpreter. I am fairly fluent in spirit speak, yet sometimes I don't understand what they're saying and I'm not getting it 100% right. And I've had instances where a client will just, um, no, 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 that's not right. No, 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 that's not right. And at the end of the session, they will say, well, you weren't 100% right, but a lot of the things you were saying was correct. And that's really stressful for me during a session because I'm trying to give the information and you're blocking the information, where I'm trying to be as honest and straightforward to you as I possibly can from what I'm hearing. But, you know, if you're going to block it like that, then why have a session? If you're waiting for the 100% perfectly clear information, that may not be good. A lot of times it happens. A lot of times it does. The weird information comes up. But if you're looking for, okay, well, my grandfather, I have your grandfather here. Okay. And he was, and what I'm seeing, you know, he was 6'4", 280 pounds. He had blue eyes. He had really white hair when he died, but he had really dark hair when he was alive. And he did something with his hands. He worked with his hands a lot, you know, things like that. And you're sitting there going, no, no. He was 6'3", and he was 210 pounds. And he had white silver hair, and he was an artist or a draftsman. Well, you're still working with your hands, right? So that sometimes gets people frustrated, and it gets me frustrated. And, you know, I'm working as hard as I can. Before I work with people, before this Friday, I will sit there several times during the day, especially when I know I'm having a bigger event. And I will spend time in meditation, and I will allow spirit to use me as a vessel. I am openly and willing to give people and to heal people spirit access to me for you. So, you know, you have to think of it that way. You know, I am working very, very hard. So there's that. And then I also inform people that I remember maybe 10-15% of the session. So that's why I always say record it. You know, and on Friday night, I will allow you to record it. I kind of would like to see it before you post it. I've never seen myself give a reading, so that would be interesting. So, you know, people will call a few weeks later or message me and say, well, you know, you said this one thing about this one thing, and I was wondering what you meant. And most of the time I don't remember. You know, that is a benefit. That is a gift. That is a blessing for me, because I hear a lot, I see a lot of bad things. You know, it's not all love and happiness. I mean, I've seen some very dark, disturbing things, and I don't want to. I don't want to keep that. So let's see, what else can I tell you? Oh, I will provide light snacks, not a lot, just enough, because it is at such an awkward time. Had I known that I couldn't go past 9 o'clock, I would have scheduled this for a Saturday afternoon, a late Saturday afternoon. So, 6:30, show up. I will start explaining and talking about how I work and how I grew up being this way. And then about 7 o'clock, 7:10, I will take spirit in and start giving messages. Yes, your friends and family have already shown up. They will already be there. They're just waiting for me to give them the go ahead. There is no rhyme or reason who comes through. I'm not picking one over the other. Is the strongest spirit that comes forward that talks. I mean, they're not fighting with each other when they come forward. It's just the strongest spirit, the spirit who is thundering, the spirit who, I don't know how it works. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it. So, hopefully you will come, and if you don't know what a psychic or mediumship reading is about, then you will know, and you will see that I don't spin my head around. I don't pray to anything evil. My opinion is I would not be able to do this and heal hundreds of people. I've been told by hundreds of people. I'm seeing somebody to my left. Hundreds of people that tell me that what happened has helped them. So I give all of the glory to the universe, to God, to spirit, and I'm humbled by the gift. So come to the gallery session this Friday, October 21st, from 6:30 to 9. We have to be out the door by 9. That's the frustrating part. I asked I'm having it at the clubhouse at my apartment complex, and she said he locks the door at 9. I'm like, oh, so I'll be having to wrap it up at 8:45, which is not really what I wanted, but I have to follow the rules. So I will see you this Friday, October 21st, from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at the Links Apartments, 11500 Links Boulevard, Bixby, Oklahoma, 74008. It is just 3 blocks south of 111th and Memorial. So you get off 169 off, 98th and Memorial, and you just shoot south. And and if you're hungry, there's lots of places to eat after. So I can't believe I've been doing this for almost 15 minutes. So anyway, I will see you then. I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you Friday.